Good evening, Fernwood. It is your pal of information processing, Neil here, and it is time for us to process the information from a whole new episode of Mary Hartman. Mary Hartman, of course, when I say a whole new episode, I mean all the way from 1976, which is slightly newer than the June 7th episode we watched yesterday. Yes, we are watching June 8th, 1976's episode of Mary Hartman. Mary Hartman. Let's do our recap, which starts at the Shumway residence with Martha waiting eagerly for news from the agency that she has engaged to investigate her adoption. She found out just recently that she was adopted as a child and is curious about things that are going on and how that might change her identity. Of course, the company says that after the $35 she's already sent to them, they haven't found anything. They're asking for $35 more to continue investigating. And in 1976, that is not an amount of money to sneeze at, especially for a fairly poor to middle class family like the Shumways. After that, they get a visit, or rather, Martha gets a visit from Betty McCullough, who continues to push her son Howard towards Mary, who's Martha's daughter, in some kind of potential romantic entanglement. In my opinion, Mary is probably not in a good place to take on yet another emotional engagement. And also, Howard's a gay man. So probably really not a good plan. Speaking of not good plans, over at the McCulloughs, Tom has been numbing the pain of breaking up with Mary Hartman by drinking, using alcohol. Ed McCullough shows up and gives Tom some tough love, suggests that he should get some treatment. Tom is in complete denial. He thinks that he's not an alcoholic, probably because he's not in a sewer drunk, but he still needs that tough love. Speaking of tough love, after that, we have a little scene, a little quibble between Ed and Howard McCullough as they suggest, or they explore the thought that Mary Hartman may have heard that they are a gay couple. Howard is uncomfortable with the thought of coming straight out at Mary. Ed is very eager to come out, but is listening to his lover. So we'll see what happens there. Over at Action 6 News, Kathy is on the first day of her new job as the kitchen cookie for the morning cooking show in Fernwood. She did well enough, isn't in love with that job because it only pays $9 an episode, which is kind of slightly more than I make here. I make nothing. So, it's not great. But what happens then is that Clete Meisenheimer makes the offer to make her a gopher for the company, for the news station. And that is somewhat tied in with, hey, you're going to go out to lunch with me in a potentially skeevy way. After that, we see Loretta and Mary catching up on various scenarios. One thing that Loretta wants to say is that she's recording the song Vitamin L, and she's been very happy to work with the church, with Jimmy Joe and Merle Jeters, and also to give all of her funds that way. But then after Loretta leaves, Ed McCullough comes over and confronts Mary about the potential outing that has happened just a few episodes earlier. He does come out of the closet for Howard, and Ed very clearly says that they are homosexual lovers. And Mary, she does that normal thing where she pays lip service to being totally comfortable and is acting completely uncomfortable. And that's where we stand for June 7th, 1976's recap. So let's go ahead and start our new episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman.
Honey, don't work too hard on that stuff, huh? I don't want you all frazzled out for the recording studio tonight.
Oh, honey, this didn't work. It's just my Christian endeavor and service for the Lord, that's all.
Honey, are you sure about that? I mean, I don't recall anywhere in the Bible where it says anything about bicentennial Christmas trees.
Well, see, honey, this is for Reverend Jimmy Joe's missionary crusade, and it's the same thing.
Doesn't that strike you as a mite queer, honey? I mean, a minister being in the business of selling red, white, and blue Christmas trees?
Oh, Reverend Jimmy Joe isn't selling nothing, honey. He just gives free gifts, and thanks for his love offerings.
Love offerings meaning money. It's the same thing as selling.
Well, Charlie, people sell for profits, and see, the love offerings go for the Lord's work. And right now, that's building Reverend Jimmy Joe's condos for Christ.
Okay. Just don't get yourself wore out.
Oh, honey, I ain't gonna be wore out. I'm gonna be ripped, snorting, raring to go for that recording session tonight. Can hardly wait. See, what I gotta do, though, is just finish a few more trees today, because I got 37 done already, and I want to keep on schedule.
What does that mean on schedule?
Well, by Christmas time, I have to have done my pledge total of 3,000.
That is a heap of Christmas trees.
That's right, honey, so I don't have too much time to diddle-do away, Oh, and Charlie, I'm so sorry about not making you breakfast this morning.
Well, it's all right. I mean, I haven't got much appetite anyway. I'm too worried about tonight. And I wish we could have Clyde. I don't know anything about this substitute engineer.
Oh, well, he'll be all right. And anyway, we got Reverend Jimmy Joe and his daddy Merle coming, and Reverend Jimmy Joe's so excited because he gets to stay up past his usual Betty by the time to come.
They're going to be there.
Oh, well, Charlie, yeah, honey. I mean, see, since we're going to give all the royalties to the Worldwide Missionary Center, well, he wanted to give his blessings and stuff on the event.
I just hope he doesn't give a damper on the event, honey. I mean, sitting around all solemn like it was a church service or something like that. Honey, I want this to be a big, happy evening for you because I want it to be celebrating the start of a whole new career.
Oh, honey, do you really think it's going to start me out again?
I know it, sweetheart. I know it. I mean, after Vitamin L makes the top of the country western music charts, you're just going to be turning them out one after the other. You're going to be making #1 sellers by the fistful and just sitting back watching the money roll in. And then we are only going to be just tithing a clean 10% off the top, like it says in the good book.
Oh, honey, I just love the living daylights out of you for just having as much confidence in my talent and my genius and my superstar quality as I do. Oh, don't you go get it, okay?
Well, sweetheart, we have to stop smooching or I'll never get to work.
Oh.
Hi, Charlie. Hi, Loretta. Hi. Listen, Ed had to take his mother on an errand, so do you mind if I hitch a ride to work with you?
Sure.
Listen, Tom, I am really sorry. I've been trying to call you, because I wanted to apologize for what happened the other night. I mean, I didn't mean, I just wanted to get you and Mary back together and everything.
Well, I understand. And I'm sorry I caused such a ruckus. I mean, this being your house and all. Look, Loretta, I know you really meant well, but, you're really beating a dead horse. I mean, me and Mary are too busted up for anybody to put the pieces back together.
In my heart of hearts, Tom, I don't really believe that.
Well, that's the way it is, Loretta, and so, we just might as well stop talking about it.
Tom, look, tonight, Loretta is going to cut Vitamin L. It's going to be a recording session tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, hey, good luck. Good luck.
Thank
to
you.
I want you to be there because you're my best friend. And I just want you to be there. But I got to be straight with you. We asked Mary.
But that's no reason why you shouldn't come, too.
Oh, yeah, it is, though, Loretta. I mean, Mary doesn't want to see me. I mean, it's just going to spoil everything for you.
The thing that'll spoil it for us, Tom, is if you're not there.
Oh, come on, Tom. This is an important night to me, and I want you there.
Come on, say you're going to go with us, okay? Pretty please.
Now, look, maybe the music and the creative atmosphere and all like that will just, I don't know, will get you and Mary back in the mood, and maybe we'll do a little magic there.
No, Charlie, there's no way that's going to happen, that's for sure. But, well, look, if it make you guys feel any better, well, I'll come by and I'll lend you my moral support and, I'll bring by a little spirits, to kind of lift yours.
Yeah.
What's so funny? Sergeant Floyd just told me a great poem. Listen, the goops, they spill their soup and they're disgusting. How'd it go?
But I remember the goops,
Could you go finish your homework, please? Oh, not now. Sergeant Foley's going to show me another card trick.
Heather, go finish your homework.
Sergeant Foley's going to show me another card trick.
This is no time for tricks. This is time for studying. Now go finish your homework.
Can Sergeant Foley have dinner with us?
No, you're going to your grandmother's. I'm going to Loretta's recording session. Now go in and finish your homework.
Well, what if Sergeant Foley? He might.
Go!
Right.
That's the first time I ever heard you raise your voice.
Really? Well, I just think that the proper discipline is very important for a child. I've been reading a lot about it lately. I was reading one book on discipline. I don't remember the name of it. I think it was called Discipline. And it just said how important it was for parents to discipline their children.
I'll buy that.
What are you doing here? It's supposed to be recuperating.
Well, this is part of my recuperation. Taking walks. And this was the most delightful place I could think of to walk to. It's a delightful house with two delightful people in it.
You mean Heather and me? Do you really think Heather's delightful?
Of course. I mean, why shouldn't she be? She has a delightful mother.
But you really like Heather?
Yes.
It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Why?
Well, nothing. I mean, she's warm, lovable, wonderful child. It's just that most people can't stand her. Because she has a lot of problems.
What problems?
Well, she has an identity problem, also acne. But the main problem is the identity problem. I read somewhere a psychologist says that a person is in trouble if they're not sure who they are. And she doesn't seem to have any kind of real identification for herself.
See, I don't think there's a real problem to worry about. I think that she just needs a little reassurance, like her mother.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Why?
Because somebody might see us.
I'd like somebody to see us. I'd like everybody to see us. You know, we don't have anything to be ashamed of. We don't have anything to hide. And I'd like to go to a recording session with you tonight.
You can't come to the recording session with me tonight. You have to recuperate.
I'm all right. All I have to do is take it easy. And I really want to go with you.
No, you really can't come. People might be there.
We don't have anything to be ashamed of. And, you're separated from your husband. Tom wants a divorce. And we love each other.
You think that's reason to go to a recording session?
Well, we have a good time when we're together. Isn't that a good reason?
No.
We're a team. We are an us. Is that a good reason?
We can still be an us without going to a recording session.
Look, suppose I think of a good reason.
If you think of a good reason, you can go to that recording session. I mean, that is only fair. But since there are no good reasons, I'm going to the other room and you're not going to the recording session. Bye.
Thanks to vitamins and mama's advice, I grew to be healthy and strong. Till a cowboy one night that I loved at first sight, well, he hurt me and he done me wrong. Well, he loved me and he left me, but he taught me the ropes, especially that vitamin L. Cause vitamin L is love, you see, and without it, well, it's hell. Cause of all the vitamins in your daily minimum requirement, vitamin L's the most important to you. Cause if you don't get enough vitamin L, well, your heart will break right in two. I know vitamin C's real good for cold, vitamin B if your lips should swell. But the only thing that cures them lovesick blues is a shot of that vitamin L. Well, I surely do need me a big old dose of that good old vitamin L. How'd I do?
Lovely, honey. But listen, I think that I didn't quite get the part where you're saying about the cowboy who loved you one night, you know, because it was a little, you should have announced it more, enunciated more.
Oh,
is what
right,
I'm trying
okay,
to say.
clearly, more
Yeah,
clearly.
yeah, more clearly.
Right,
Get the words
okay.
out clearly.
I'll do it, honey. I gotta get that out more clearly. All right. Hit it, boys. When I was a kid and living at home, I took a few
Isn't she great? Isn't she something? Isn't she fantastic? You are listening to the greatest coming country and western superstar that ever came down the pike.
I'm trying to set a level, Mr. Haggis.
Now, I know you're trying to set a level. I mean, I'm not a Charlie come lately in a recording studio. You know, I've been in a recording studio before, you know.
You know, if you could stop talking for a while, then maybe I can hear the music and set the level.
All about vitamin L. She sure forgot to tell me when I was a kid. All about vitamin L. My man. Wait just a minute, boys, okay?
Hi. How are you, Miss Haggis?
Oh, I'm so glad. I just want you to know how proud I am that you come to hear me
Oh,
tonight.
thank you so much.
Blessings on this enterprise.
Oh, thank you, honey. Thank
Merle?
you.
Hi, Mr. Haggis.
Good to see you.
Appreciate that.
Reverend, good to see you. Honey,
Sweet.
honey, let's get this music set now, huh? Because, I mean, we're paying for this by the hour. You know.
Oh, right. Listen, honey, do you want a Coca-Cola?
Yes.
Right. Charlie, would you mind getting Merle some coffee and the Reverend here a
Okay,
Coca-Cola?
okay,
all
fine.
right?
Just black is good for me.
Good, fine.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Listen, if y'all want to just go on in the engineer's booth and just sit yourself down, okay?
All right, thank you.
Bless you.
Could we get the show on the road?
Yeah, right. Okay, you got it. Thanks. Okay, hit it, boys. When I was a kid and living at home, I took feeling fine, granted. Well, I didn't know then what I know now. My mama was raped and ranted. She said early to bed and early to rise. Live the golden rule and exercise. Most important of all, she said with a grin, be sure you get your vitamins. Vitamins A and C and D, well, to keep you healthy and well. But mama didn't tell me that. Oh, just an itty bitty moment, boys.
Now what?
Oh, Mary, I'm just so glad you made it here, honey. I mean, Mary, you know that I just couldn't have started, you know, in my second road to superstardom without my very best friend being here.
Oh, I just hope that I bring you good luck, because it seems that lately everywhere I go I bring bad luck.
Things will change, Mary. It's all right. Listen, I want you to meet everybody, okay?
Okay.
Of course, now you know Richie and Daryl.
Oh, hi.
Come on in. Now, Mary, you remember Reverend Jimmy Joe, and this is his daddy, Merle, and this is my very best friend, Mary Hartman.
How are you? I've heard so much about you.
Really, what have you heard?
Oh, blessings.
Yeah, I'm very pleased to meet you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Well, hello, Reverend Little.
Have you found the path to absolution and salvation yet?
I'm working from it.
Hit it, boys. When I was a kid, living at home, took feeling fine, granted. Well, I didn't know then what I know now. Why Mom always raved and ranted. She said early to bed and early to rise. Let the golden exercise important of all. She said with a grin, be sure you get your vitamins, vitamin A and C and D.
I told you not to come.
I thought of a good reason.
All about vitamin L. She sure forgot to tell me when I was a kid. All about vitamin L.
What?
Mama made me carrots and
I like country western music.
But she said they was packed with vitamin A, and if it didn't, then I'd go blind. She said your skin will break out and you get very, very.
That's not a good enough reason.
Daddy, is that one of those illegitimate and unholy relationships?
Okay, Loretta, we have a level. Let's try a take.
Oh, great, okay.
Good luck, honey.
Thank you, baby boy.
Blessings on this enterprise.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, hit it.
Hit it, boys. When I was a kid, living at home, I took feeling fine, granted. Well, I didn't know then what I know now. Why Mom always read. What's wrong? What's the matter?
Honey, we got a problem with the amplifier. There's nothing coming across. It's pretty complicated equipment here, Merle.
Well, not in the hands of the Lord, Mr. Haggers.
What's with this joker?
Jimmy Joe, come here, son. Can you get through there? Come here a second, boy. Now listen, I want you to ask the Lord to make this equipment here whole again.
Check it in.
Oh, Lord, make this equipment whole so this holy enterprise may go forward.
What's the gag?
Try it again now.
Is this guy kidding?
I don't think so. You better try it.
Okay, give me a riff, will you please? It's working. Well, I'll be damned.
Wrong, my friend. You've been blessed.
Do you know that this is my my first miracle. This is the very first miracle I have ever seen. I thought that all the miracles were used up.
See, I don't think it was a miracle. I think that the kid shook a loose wire back into place.
I wish he wouldn't look at us like that, you know. It just makes me feel very sinful and guilty. See the way he's looking at us? You shouldn't look at us like that.
Well, I don't think there's anything to worry about. I think you just relax and listen to the music when it comes up.
Okay, let's try one before the roof falls in on us, huh? Okay, hit it.
When I was a kid and living at home, I took feeling fine. Didn't know then what I know now. I was ready.
Okay, hold it. Sweetheart, could you pick the best time or worst time to get the hiccups?
I don't know what happened, honey. It must have been them bologna sandwiches, you know, that we had before we come.
Yeah, well, honey, that bologna was pretty stale.
I know. I don't
What
know.
can we do about it?
Loretta! Loretta! Come here. Put your hands up. Just put your hands up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now stop it! It works every time.
It did.
Good for you. Good for you, Mary.
Except sometimes.
Honey, I'll tell you what. Let's try a paper bag. Put a paper bag over your head. Just,
Oh, no,
Oh,
Charlie.
now that's a new idea.
yeah, just try putting the paper bag over your head. honey.
Charlie, this was the paper bag that the bologna sandwiches was in, you know, and I wouldn't put this thing over my head.
Jesus! Gas started gas!
Oh, it worked. Well, thank you, Reverend.
The Lord told me what to do. Thank him.
Thank you, God.
Listen, kid, while you're talking to him, could you ask him if we could just get one take on tape? Okay, guys, let's get sorted out. Okay, hit it.
Hit it, boys. When I was a kid living at home, I took feeling fine, granted. Well, I didn't know then what I know now. My mama was ready to ride it.
So sorry. I'm very sorry. I know I really shouldn't be here. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'm very sorry.
It's all right.
Okay, I'm sorry. Forgive me, everyone. Please go right ahead.
It's okay.
Take it.
All right. When I was a kid and living at home, I took feeling fine, granted. Well, I didn't know then what I know now. Why Mama was ready and rented. She said early to bed and early to rise. Plenty of rest and exercise. Most important of all, she said with a grin, be sure you get your vitamins.
Hey, honey, the boy is singing good.
Oh,
Hi, sweetheart. I dedicate this little pick-me-up to my wife and her boyfriend. You sure you didn't waste any time picking up with this guy, did you?
Tom, take it easy.
Shut up, you jerk. Shut up. No, if you were fresh out of a hospital bed, I'd knock your teeth down your throat.
There's no reason why we can't be civilized. There's no reason why we can't all be friends.
Oh, you want to know why we can't? Because friends like you, I don't need friends like you. And I don't need you as a friend either, Mary. Now, you're still my wife, and I still love you.
Well, if you love me, then why do you want to divorce me?
Because we don't even have a marriage, Mary. Because you made it with him in a hospital bed. That's why. Because you don't love me.
Oh, Tom, who said that I don't love you? You don't love me.
You said it. You don't love me. You said
I
that.
never said that.
Yes, you did.
I never said that.
Yes, you said that. You said that.
When did I say that?
You said it the other day when I was trying to talk to you on the phone. You said it.
Tom!
It's your fault, Mary. That's whose fault it is.
It's your fault, Tom.
It's not my fault. It's your fault.
that I'm here with him.
No, it's not. Stay out of this, fool. You stay out of this. It's a family fight. You understand? Stay out of
Come
it.
on, Tom. This is costing me money.
It's costing me my marriage, Charlie.
Oh, Lord, bring peace between these sinners. Bring thy peace to bear.
Tom.
What?
Tom, we got important things to do right here, right now.
Mary, I love you.
Tom, come on.
You don't want me, Mary. You don't want me. No, you don't want me. I know when I'm not wanted. I know when I'm not needed.
Mary, I'm really sorry, that this happened and everything. I really...
Tell it to her later, Loretta. We only have the studio till midnight.
Okay. Hit it, boys.
Okay? All right. Let's go. Hit it.
When I was a kid living at home, I took feeling fine for granted. Well, I didn't know then what I know now. Why Mom always raved and ranted. She said early to bed and early to rise. Say the golden rule and exercise.
Welcome to the day of Loretta's recording session. And I think it's pretty easy to sum this one up. Tom gets invited. Mary gets invited. Dennis invites himself along. Things get ugly. And the thing that makes it harder for me is just I just believe that Tom and Mary do have love for each other. They have problems. They have very big problems, and they need to work those problems out. Or they need to call it off. But I think that there's still too much between them to just dump that relationship. I'm not a therapist or a couples counselor. That's just how I see it. I think that's maybe why Loretta also sees that. Maybe Loretta's just hopeful for them. Honestly, there's love between them and anger, and emotions are complicated, and it's a lot for me to process. So that is the June 8th, 1976 episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. Thank you for processing this information with me, and we will see you tomorrow night.